Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go with this evening's answers to your comments and questions. I think we start here with Jacques Vernier from the European Union. Many journalists did hatchet jobs against Bojo those days and sullied his reputation. He didn't deserve to be so lambasted, did he? Perhaps he will find solace in a boozy party. Okay, good use of a hatchet job and good use of lambasted as well. I have to say Bojo's not my favourite character, not because I'm anti-right or pro-left. I'm pretty anti both of them, to tell you the truth. But in my opinion, he's not a great statesman. So, Rizgar, we had a parlous journey 2 weeks ago because of the stormy weather. And Jacques Vernier, in the aftermath of Ukraine's invasion, many other countries close to Russia feel anxious. They are in a parlous situation. Good English. And Nausheen Hussein, your explanation stuck to my mind tenaciously. Hearty gratitude. Okay, my pleasure, very definitely. And so, Rahman, sir, you are a legendary teacher of English in the world. Thank you so much. And Patricia M. By the way, Alexander, do you know that adolescents text their parents and buddies with this letter M? Explanation. Verb like, love, aimer, j'aime, tu aimes, elle aime, j'aime, tu t'aime. Okay. Elle, okay. Can't do it with the nu and the vous ending en et and e, but okay, I suppose for the plural, il, elle, aimant, pronounced m. So my friend's daughter, Manon, says to her mum, Maman, t'aime, ha, I love you. Mummy could also read as mother loves you, maman, ha. Parents Lebanese, French nationality, mother German governess at one time. So okay in German, the girls okay in English, and Arabic Laure Maisa, doe-eyed, Maisa, Manon Gida, Femme Élancée, both lovely girls. Laure, honey brown eyes, brunette. Manon, chestnut hair, green eyes. Heaven only knows how. The father would say the third one would be black. Very nice lady there, mum. Doctor, biologist, painter, poet. Exhibitions with me. No, exhibits with me. Does other stuff too. Pottery, poterie céramiste, so makes pottery and ceramics, any damn thing. A great cook. They had brought some of M's paintings. I figure in at least one of them, the Deauville one, I think, with the tents. I love Deauville, it's a beautiful place. Hope I'm not bothering you with these details. You can skip over them if you like. No, it's an interesting place. Deauville is a really nice place. I've been to Deauville many times. Okay, forlorn. Sir, could you tell me how these fruits are different in my country? This fruit is sweet and there's only one word for it. Mandarin orange. Tangerine, clementine. Okay, a clementine has a skin that sticks to the surface. It's harder to peel. Whereas a mandarin, it peels very easily. It doesn't stick. And a tangerine is, in my opinion, the same as a mandarin. But the problem is, these are all different crosses between different citrics. Yeah, and I'm not sure of the exact ones. Okay. This I understand your problem with this. It's, for example, with squid. In Spanish, I've got half a dozen words for squid, but in English, I've just got the one. And could I ask, is this sentence correct? Which subject's exam are we having? So, no, you can't use subject's exam. You can't use an apostrophe S for subject. The apostrophe S is only for people and animate things. Companies, countries, people, animals, organisations, with one exception, time. Yesterday's newspaper. Okay, and for learn. Is it stop a person doing or from doing? Both are valid. So I stopped him coming in. I stopped him from coming in. Both work. For learn, the fact that I hadn't got evidence to prove that the company sold unsafe products. So wait a second. Okay. The fact that I hadn't got evidence to prove that the company sold unsafe products. You need something else here. Meant that my suing the company, meant that my lawsuit against the company didn't have a leg to stand on. Okay, so sold unsafe products meant that my lawsuit against the company, or I didn't have a leg to stand on suing the company. Struggling to prove my point deterred me from bringing a suit against the company. This last bit's fine, yeah? Okay, and whoops, let's see. Deter is like to put people off doing. Absolutely. To put people off doing something, a deterrent. The rash of strikes was a deterrent from a deterrent for the government to raise taxes. Was a deterrent, I would probably say, against the government raising taxes. The rash of strikes was a deterrent to the government raising taxes. Okay, and for learn. I had to review my lesson for the impending exam, but my studying was deterred and my attention diverted by the mayhem in the house. Good English for learn. Roland, good evening. As technology gains more ground in the wide spectrum of human relationship, ipso facto, it makes our lives easier. Our face-to-face communication is going into a parlous state. It's okay, yeah, it's not wrong. It could read better. So, as technology gains more and more ground in the wide spectrum of human relationship, ipso facto, making our lives easier. Ipso facto, it makes our life easier. So ipso facto, making our life easier, results in our face-to-face communication getting into a parlous state. Okay, it's just it reads better like that, Roland. What's the meaning of natty? Okay, there's a video on it. Natty's cool, good looking. So yeah, my natty dreadlocks, my natty dreads is the collocation, very definitely. But do you like my natty new hat, my natty suit? Yeah, this is a really natty device. And Sean, okay, yes, lied and lay. Thank you for the correction. It's a pleasure. These lay and lie are very difficult verbs. I have to think about it. And Nora says forever grateful. Thank you, Nora. Hoylder. The bear attacked a large flock of seals, but repined at not getting even one. The bear attacked a large flock of seals, but repined at not getting even one of them. Good work, Hoylder. And Sonia, have no idea. Okay, the answer here, Sonia, is a spike. Yes, very definitely. Hoylder, Vladimir Putin put Ukrainian residents in a parlous environment, sending his troops there. Good English, Hoylder. And Hoylder, since the first four are synonymous to each other and mean highest point, I opted for the last one, even though I didn't know its meaning. I think the last one, apogee, is the... I've got a video about this coming out probably in about 2 weeks. It means the furthest point from the earth. No, the answer is spike, Hoylder. Okay, Mohammed Abul Naga. Resentment, hatred, bitterness, deep-seated animosity, bad blood, and rancour. Good synonyms. Your channel is a medley of English by and large. Good English, Mohammed. Spike, definitely the right answer, Matsalim. And Mohammed, does it have something to do with medley? Manifold. A medley of, sort of. A medley means a mixture of. Manifold means lots of. Yeah, he has manifold solutions to this problem. Okay? Yeah, there are manifold ways of doing this. Yeah, there are manifold videos in my channel. Amir, hi Amir. It's the first part of the book. Okay. So, and you've given the link as well. Thank you, Amir. And Roland. The core of the vendors comes from local farmers, and they sell fresh, authentic products such as honey and beverages. Honey and beverage. Can I use beverage uncountable here? I definitely prefer beverages. Okay, Mohammed. Conservatives, those who get their dog's mouth a muzzle in order to extricate them from biting strangers. So, conservatives are those who muzzle their dogs in order to stop them from biting strangers. The judge was trying to muzzle the criminal to have them dead to rights and then send them to jail. He was preventing them from comporting themselves, just to say something mitigates them. So the judge was trying to muzzle the criminal. Yeah, you've got themselves, so probably better criminals. As he thought he had them dead to rights, and he was then going to send them to jail. He was preventing them from comporting, behaving themselves. Okay, just to say something that would mitigate them. Okay, more or less, Mohammed. So, roil. The most fitting example is roiling the tea and sugar inside the teacup, just to mix it up. It's like to swirl. Okay, parlous, predicament, precarious, sticky, perilous, dangerous. Good, Mohammed. So, exacerbate and exasperate. Thank you, Ronan. And you were not aware of both. Thank you, Ronan, again. Good. Wow, Francisco, you're saying nice stuff about me. You're an amazing teacher and furthermore a great guy. Not everybody would say that, Francisco. I'm a plonker and furthermore a twat. Don't be so critical of yourself. Yeah, we all do silly things from time to time, but it doesn't make you either a plonker or a twat. Yeah? No. Okay, furthermore, Francisco, is furthermore more formal than in addition? Definitely. In addition is much more neutral. In addition 5, furthermore 6.5 informality. Furthermore is just about acceptable in an informal conversation. Akshat. Yeah? Okay, hello sir. I have a question about my everyday English. Walking about. if I come across a building or a big area and want to know the purpose of that area, can I say, what is at here? No. At here, no. What is in here? What's inside here? But that means you can't see it. Or what is here? I would say that very last one. What is here? Yeah? Like Mum. What's going to be here? No at. Mum, what's going to be here? Here there is a school under construction. I would probably say something like, what are they doing here? What's happening here? Yeah, what are they making here? What are they doing? What are they up to here? Something like that, Akshat. Okay, so yo VG, great to see you. And Mohammed, foibles, pet peeve could be the opposite. Well, a foible's a little mistake. Yeah, I guess. So, what's the difference between melt and melted down? Okay, but this is related to a nuclear reactor. To melt just means to go from solid to liquid. Yeah, that's melt. The ice melted. Meltdown in a nuclear reactor is when the reaction gets faster and faster and faster, and it then causes an explosion. Yeah, meltdown. We used to meltdown in an extreme situation. So, for example, in Chernobyl, there was, I think there was meltdown. I'm pretty sure there was. Yeah, I guess you could say the Ukraine is in a state of meltdown at the moment. But meltdown is much, much more serious. Yeah, a meltdown is an out of control nuclear reaction. Yeah, whereas if it melts, it's on the way to meltdown, but maybe you can cool it. Yeah, I think in Fukushima in Japan, they did everything they could to stop meltdown. Okay, my pleasure for replying, VG. No worries, my friend. My core, the muscle of my torso or abdomen. Good. Just in case someone thought I was saying a dirty thing. No, my core, it's fine. Yeah, my core, that's perfectly good. It doesn't sound rude in English. You could probably do that in other ways, though, VG. Thanks, sir. My pleasure. Akshat. Okay, my sentence. He doesn't need your help with his English speech. He, per se, himself, has been in London for 8 years after his birth. Okay, and knows enough English to write his own speech. Good English. I love it. Okay, VG. Is the word row still used to mean quarrel in the UK? Very definitely. This word is a very common word still today. No, it's not dated. I know it's pronounced differently from row. I row my boat. I sat in the second row. Good, VG. It's perfectly fine. And, oh yes, this lovely song about, with the kids, the kids singing. I can't remember the name of it. It was real fun. Thank you for that, VG. I believe that Spike is the correct answer. High ascension, so do I, is the right answer. Does this phrasal verb sleek over instead of smooth over? Yes, this phrasal verb works very nicely. Hello, people from VG. Yo, VG. So, good afternoon to you, VG. Akshat says, I hope you are fine. Good. Victor Gabriel. Hello, thank you. I'm fine. I hope you're fine too. That's lovely. I love this spirit of camaraderie. And hello from Akshat. Yo from VG. And Akshat says, hello and happy Sunday. It's okay. It's Sunday for you. It's still Saturday for VG because you're on opposite sides of the world. His anger rose when she learned that the stupid boy had hurt her dog. Yeah, very definitely. Yeah, her gorge rose. That's the word you wanted. But yes, that would work very well. I usually gorge on chocolate. It sounds delicious. Hi, Sonia. Good example. Thank you. The greatest explanation in the world. Thank you, Helen. Okay, wipe the slate clean. That's lovely. I can't believe you're going to gorge yourself on such unhealthy food when we should actually be touring that gorgeous gorge. That's a lovely phrase, VG. It's such a nice statement, but I think it should be gorge myself on unhealthy food. Okay, I get the feeling you've changed it. Yes. I can't believe you're going to gorge yourself on such unhealthy food. Yes. I think I saw this earlier before it changed. Yeah? I can't believe you're going to gorge on such unhealthy food. The yourself action is actually optional. Yeah? So gorge on such unhealthy food, gorge myself on such unhealthy food. Both are valid. Okay, they gorged over. I think they gorged on would be much better. So, Amara Fatima, thank you. So they gorged on. Sonia Mayring, actually I don't gorge on anything anymore. I'm 81 and I eat very little nowadays. Well, good on you, Sonia. I need to lose weight. I should probably eat less. Okay, VG, this one's a challenge. I have to admit, I did prepare a little bit before doing this. So what's the difference between a gorge, a cliff, a canyon, a ravine, a dell, a valley, dingle, gulch, gully, crag, precipice, chasm and abyss, please? And Manji goes, wow, 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 VG. You're quite a geography buff, you are. I like your use of the word buff, Manji, by the way. Okay, I think all of these are, or nearly all of them, are a type of valley. A valley is hills on one side, hills on the other, and a river running through the middle. Okay, so a gorge. I guess I get the feeling that a gorge is quite close to, the sides are quite close together and they are fairly vertical. Yeah, and the river is running through the middle. A cliff is just one side. So, for example, in Dover, by the sea, there are big cliffs that just fall vertically, and that's a cliff. A canyon, I think a canyon is the biggest of all of these. The Grand Canyon. I think a canyon's a gigantic gorge. A ravine, I think a ravine is like this as well, but it's smaller, but probably deeper and more sharper sides. I think a ravine is much more small scale, whereas a canyon is an enormous geographical feature. A dell. Well, when I hear the word dell, I think of a green, leafy place full of fairies and elves and things like that. But again, a dell is another one of these river valleys, but particular place that's full of green growth and something that's naturally is more circular and depressed. Okay, a valley. One side, the other side. A valley and the river running through it. Okay, a dingle. Okay, a dingle is like a valley or a small canyon, particularly with trees on both sides. A gulch. Okay, a gulch is shallower than a canyon and deeper than a gully, which is the next one. The gully's probably the smallest of all of these. Yeah, there was a small gully between the two rocks. Yeah, a ravine next size up, and I think a gulch again another size up. A crag. A crag is a rock that sticks high out of the ground. A precipice is like a cliff where it just goes vertically and falls off. Okay, a chasm. A chasm, there's a cliff on one side and a cliff on the other, and it seems to go down a really, really long way. Yeah, so a chasm is much more vertical sided. And an abysm, this is a hole where you look down, it's like an even bigger chasm where you just can't see the bottom. I think this is probably used in a literary sense nowadays. Wow, what a question. Okay, I wish I could gorge myself on a lot of sweet food. Me too, but it's not good for me. So, sir, have you heard from Count Beauty recently? It's been 3 days since he posted his latest video and I'm worried. He lives in the Ukraine. Edit. He's alive and safe, thankfully. He's just replied to my comment. If you wait about 2 minutes, we'll find Count Beauty's comments. I'm so glad you're fine, Count. So, Akshat, I'm always gorging myself with insalubrious foodstuffs, but I've tried to cut down on them this month. Good English, Akshat. And so, Mohammed, unctuous, anxious. They're close but not the same. Anxious, unctuous, anxious, unctuous, anxious, unctuous. They're close. And Akshat, he gorged himself on noodles so much that he ended up disgorging some noodles out of his mouth. I love noodles. Good English, Akshat. And let's see, Manji, delicatessens are ubiquitous in our locality and we gorge ourselves on savoury foods now and then. Yum, 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 Manji. Good English. Such a nice example. You have so advanced a vocabulary, and that's a really nice structure, Akshat. You have so advanced a noun. That's really good. Yeah. And then Manji says, you are so very kind, dear Akshat. Okay, I gorged myself on chocolates. Good work, Zara. And Count Beauty, yay! I'm so glad you're fine. Yeah, I gorged on a chocolate dessert this evening, so now I do not feel well. Good English, and it's wonderful to see you. Take care of yourself. Okay, and Count Beauty commenting on the joke. All the king's horses and all the king's men could not understand this joke. That's very good. Okay, so, joke. Why did Humpty Dumpty have a good autumn? Because Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. The poem is Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. So fall, it means autumn in American, yeah? So he had a great fall, he had a really good autumn. Spike, well done, Luke Roberts. Yeah, that's the right answer. Junior 17. Actually, there are 2 wrong answers. The second is wrong because you can't end a sentence in a preposition according to prescriptive grammar. Well, I say you can. Yeah? I think that's an old-fashioned rule. And it's too prescriptive. People, if you listen to native speakers, they're always using that. The third one is also wrong because it's an object pronoun which cannot be used at the beginning of a sentence as subject pronoun. Sorry about the late response. No problem, Junior. Okay, I take your point. It's but dangling prepositions. In my book, they are perfectly acceptable. Okay, so let's see. Rough sleep is such a Gordian knot across many countries. Some people are sometimes attacked by animals and both, run over by vehicles when it's too dark to notice, or when drivers, when the driver singular, when drivers no article, are too inebriated to notice them. Okay, so I would say rough sleeping or sleeping rough. It's a good example of Gordian knot. Is such a Gordian knot across many countries. Such people are sometimes attacked by animals and or both run over by vehicles when it's too dark to notice, or when drivers are too inebriated to notice them, when the driver is too inebriated to notice them. Good work, Akshat. Notice this though, sleeping rough sleeping. And 40 Love, drivel, as usual, great content. I despise some other channels, particularly there is a new one there now that uploads a bunch of garbage automated content with artificial language, supposedly with meanings of words. I wish they would put an end to all the garbage content in YouTube. Yes, but I have a feeling some of the garbage content is very popular. I don't like automated voices. They don't sound good. Marin Vargas. I always say Antonio Vargas Marin. I don't know why. Okay. Hi, Alex. I always enjoy watching your videos. Thanks for putting in so much time and work. Regarding this phrasal verb bank on, is it similar in meaning to the phrasal verb bargain on? Can they be used interchangeably? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Example, I'm banking on you coming to my party tomorrow. I'm bargaining on you coming to my party tomorrow. Good English with both of them. We may have to scrub our plans for Saturday. I hadn't banked on the rain. We may have to scrub our plans for Saturday. I hadn't bargained on the rain. Yes, this works very nicely, Antonio. Yeah, I'm just going to put a quick yes. Okay, and let's continue. And Mannequin. I don't like to say parlous things. Risk takers are parlous people. He's in a parlous state of mind, I think. The average person's health is in a parlous state. Boxing is in a parlous sport. Okay, so I think it's just this, an average person's health you need to look at. So let's refresh this and see what's come in while I've been going on blah 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 blah, and we'll see what there is. I'm so glad Count Beauty's okay, and I heard from Olena the other day. Akshirt. They couldn't find any American citizens because she had hidden their passports, because she was hiding their passports. Please tell me how using different tenses changes the nuance. They couldn't find any American citizen. I'm not very happy with this beginning bit, Akshat. They couldn't find any American citizens because she had hidden their passport. Because she was hiding their passports. So here, it definitely happened before they started looking. Because she was hiding implies she's doing it at the time when they are looking for American citizens. Yeah? Maybe she was hiding them by sitting on them. Maybe she was doing some sort of action that was hiding them as well. Okay? So, enough for today. Take care, all of you. I'll be back again tomorrow. Remember, there'll be a live stream tomorrow evening. And thank you all for watching. So, bye for now.